Assalamu alaikum and good day to everyone. Welcome to Science Computer. SC015. This is topic 2.6. The Internet address. After watching this video, you will be able to describe the purpose of IP address and its relationship to a domain name. Again, the objective for this subtopic is that after you watching this video, you will be able to describe the purpose of IP address and its relationship to a domain name. Previously, you have learned that the Internet relies on an addressing system, much like postal service, to send data to a computer or device at a specific destination. This is the same as when you do your online shopping. In order for you to receive your parcel, the address of your house is required by the seller. And there must be no house in this world with the same address. That means every house address must be unique. In the computer world, when you type facebook.com into a browser's address bar, the server that hosts the Facebook website will return the Facebook website to the web browser. What is a server? A server is a category of a computer that have a large capacity of storage and memory to host or share a large amount of files that can be accessed by thousands and millions of people at the same time. YouTube, Facebook, online banking such as Maybank to You, online shopping application and website like Lazada and Shopee use server to host their data. So, the first important point in this subtopic is describe the purpose of IP address. IP is short for Internet Protocol. An IP address is a number that uniquely identifies each computer or device connected to the Internet. Repeat. An IP address is a number that uniquely identifies each computer or device connected to the Internet. Pause this video and write it down. Or, the other definition for IP address is a numeric Internet address used to uniquely identify a computer on the Internet. In other words, all devices like laptop, smartphone, PlayStation, smart TV, and even ATM machine, if connected to the Internet, will have their own IP address. Okay. So, the first important point is, an IP address is a number that uniquely identifies each computer or device connected to the Internet. Next. What is domain name? A domain name is the text version of an IP address. This is because texts are easier to remember by human rather than numbers. It's just like we can remember our friend's name, but not their phone number. We use domain name to go to their website. Of course, the other way to go to a website is just by typing the website name in the search engine such as Google. Example of domain name are www.instagram.com, www.facebook.com, www.google.com and www.maybanktoyou.com, and of course, there is a lots more. Where can we find a domain name? And how to use a domain name? Every website and services that we request using the Internet can be done by using a domain name. We can directly surf to a website by typing the domain name in the address bar of a web browser. Now, before we proceed, do you still remember what is domain name? A domain name is the text version of an IP address. I repeat. A domain name is the text version of an IP address. Okay, how about the relationship between IP address and domain name? Before that question is answered, try this. Type IP address of 69.171.250.35 into your browser's address bar and press enter. Observe what web page appear on your screen. Right now, there are two major points that you should already know. First, how to describe IP address. Second, what is a domain name? Okay. Here is a new one. Ready? A domain name has its own format. At the end of the domain name, you will notice there is a dot symbol followed by .com, .net, .my, .edu, .gov, .fm and others. This is a component in a domain name that we call as top-level domain. There are two types of top-level domain: generic top-level domain and country code top-level domain. A generic top-level domain identifies the type of organization associated with the domain. Example of some popular generic top-level domain are .com, .net, .org, .gov, and .edu. A country code top-level domain describe the origin country of the website, such as .my indicated that the website is from a country called Malaysia. .jp is for Japan and .sg is for Singapore. .uk surely for United Kingdom. There are some similarity on the function of IP address and domain name. Firstly, they are both used as a computer address or web page address. Secondly, both of them must be unique. Just like email address, phone number, and a house address, no two individual will have the same number in the same time. Okay. I hope after this, you may play this video again to find out the two important points for this subtopic. Again, I like to emphasize on what you should know. First, how to describe the purpose of IP address. Second, what is the relationship between IP address and domain name? Here are some question and answer for you to study and remember. Write this all down a few times, and hope that you can remember all this. Thank you for your time.